That's AJ Styles' music, and as of right now, he's not on the card for this upcoming pay-per-view this Sunday in Cleveland, Ohio. That is Fastlane, the final stop on the road to WrestleMania 35 in New York City, a pay-per-view that was probably created only because they thought at this time they were still going to have two different brands. So one would be Raw, one would be SmackDown, and we find ourselves with two pay-per-views between Royal Rumble, and this is the last one. About a week ago, it seemed like there was no matches for this pay-per-view, and we were wondering what they were going to pull out, and yet here we are. A few days before Fastlane, we've got 7 announced matches for the main card proper and the kickoff show with Rey Mysterio versus Andrade. We'll start with the kickoff show. Rey Mysterio, Andrade, two of the guys who were in the match on SmackDown for the U.S. belt. A good match, and I think this has a chance to be a good match as well.
Yeah, it definitely will be a good match. I mean, the lucha style is always fun to watch. These two have already put on some great matches since Rey's return to the WWE. Andrade, you know me, I'm very, very high on Andrade. I think the sky's the limit. I think he's a future WWE champion. With that being said, I'm taking Andrade in this kickoff match over Rey.
I'm going to take Rey Mysterio in this one. It's a tough call, but I think I'm going to take Rey Mysterio.
It'll be a good match regardless.
It'll be a good match.
I think it's a kickoff match worth watching for our more casual fans.
So I think might be added to a kickoff match, just or anywhere on the card. What if this is added? R-Truth, Samoa Joe, defense of the title.
Yeah.
If that happens, who do you got? You have Samoa Joe keeping the belt?
Yeah.
Not R-Truth winning it back?
Yeah.
No 5-second dance break?
It'll be, yeah. Yeah, the match will be just as long as the dance break. Let's just be honest. Yeah, there's no way. If it is, if they're going to have that match, definitely a kickoff match for sure. Yeah, Samoa Joe, there's no way he's losing this title for a little bit.
So kind of intrigue in this women's match at one time when it was for the women's championship on Raw until Ronda Rousey came out. Now it's just Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. And it seems like a house show where it's the results are pretty much given to us. We don't even need to watch because they've already told us what's going to happen. We already know it's going to be a triple threat match at WrestleMania, regardless of if we wanted that or not. So the Becky Lynch versus Charlotte match, if Lynch wins, she'll be added to the match. If Charlotte wins, then Becky Lynch is out of the match. So clearly, it's not even a prediction. It's WWE's telling us who's going to win this. It'll be Becky Lynch.
Yeah, Becky Lynch, 100%. I mean,
the only way that this happens, I kind of cut you off there, sorry,
you're good.
is if it's like a squash or if there's like a no contest.
Yeah, that's only
if Ronda comes out and attacks both.
That's the only thing that I am thinking. That's the only thing that makes this match,
If there's a clear-cut winner, it's going to be Becky Lynch. That's how it works.
Yeah, if it's a clean match, yeah, it's Becky. No doubt about it. I mean, we've been talking about this for a while. It's going to be a triple threat. Let's just put it together. It's just, you know what? The reason why they're doing this is to add a match to the pay-per-view that's useless. Honestly, you got Kevin Owens. I mean, we'll get to Kevin Owens, Daniel Bryan, but that's a great match. I mean, why we wasted it on Fastlane? But that's just me. We'll get to that in a minute.
Women's tag team match, the first defense of the first new women's tag teams. I'm not stupid enough to tell you that these are the first ever women's tag teams in WWE history because I know my history, and in the 80s there were women's tag teams and tag team championships, while very short-lived. You can find them on the network. I think the Wrestling Classic pay-per-view.
The first WWE.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, then that's specifically, there you go. First WWE Women's Tag Team Championship defense of Sasha Banks and Bayley. They take on Nia Jax and Tamina. I say Sasha Banks and Bayley defend and take those belts in the WrestleMania.
I agree. I don't see them losing this match. Why put them on?
Quick question, though. Who would you see them facing at WrestleMania for the belts that would be of interest?
Of interest? Ooh, that is a good one. Who's out there?
The Riot Squad.
I mean, that's
Iconics.
I guess
Nikki and Brie Bella, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Yeah.
If they want to do that,
yeah.
I mean, the people who are currently out there, nobody of interest in my eyes.
Yeah, no.
This would be. I would rather watch this at WrestleMania than watch them versus the Iconics, or anybody else, really.
Yeah, I agree. I think they should. I don't know why they're wasting this match at Fastlane. I think this would be a kickoff show on the paper on WrestleMania.
SmackDown Tag Team Championships: the Usos versus Shane McMahon and The Miz in his hometown of Cleveland.
Usos are still winning. I don't see them winning.
Usos are winning. Do you see the heel turn here?
Yeah, I think so.
And it's gonna be. You think it's Shane McMahon on The Miz, or The Miz on Shane?
Ooh, that is a good one. I think it'll be The Miz on Shane.
I say it's Shane on The Miz, but I don't think it happens here. I'd say it happens on SmackDown this upcoming week when they lose, and then one of them places the blame on the other one, kind of thing. Raw Tag Team Championship, for some reason, Ricochet and Aleister Black, they're now in championship matches, despite the fact that they're still NXT superstars. Shows you really the blur line between, what is it like? This reminds me of, I'm not really a NASCAR person. You're more of a NASCAR guy. Mm-hmm. It's like the Busch Series versus the Cup Series.
It's the Xfinity Series.
There's the AAA guys
Busch,
on Saturday in baseball terms, and the main guys on Sunday.
Yes.
And for some reason, the main guys on Sunday always like to go down and race on Saturday.
They like to race on Saturday. It's extra money because they can go race the Young Bucks and win some money.
So this way we have Ricochet and Aleister. It's in reverse. It'd be like if the WWE guys went down to NXT, but instead we have some bona fide NXT stars who officially haven't been called up yet against the Revival and Bobby Roode and Chad Gable for the tag team belts. I don't see them winning the belts. They could, but I say Bobby Roode and Chad Gable leave here with the belts.
I'm in a totally different direction than you.
You see they're leaving. You're picking Ricochet and Aleister Black?
I am not. Would I like to see that? Of course. I mean, they're two of the guys I really like it. At this point, and since they've been in the business, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable, in my opinion, have no chance of winning. I think they're just a throw-in. I don't see that.
If you're
happening.
at the last minute, it was originally tag on tag, but now it's triple threat.
It's a throw-in. I don't see if Roode and Gable win, I'll eat crow on next week's program. Mm-hmm. But it's going to be the Revival. The Revival, there's no doubt in my mind. They are top guys, and top guys will keep winning.
Asuka versus Mandy Rose, a SmackDown Women's Championship match. Asuka, because
if I was Corey Graves, I'd say Mandy Rose, but in actuality, Asuka. But
you know what?
I'm gonna change my mind. I think Mandy Rose wins by having Sonya Deville out there helping her out.
And again, this isn't Asuka's the bigger name here, but you're not really hurting anybody because let's be fair, let's be serious. The SmackDown Women's Championship match. I can see that on the kickoff show at WrestleMania. So it doesn't even matter if it's Asuka because you're not going to give her anything for WrestleMania.
I'll just say this: Mandy Rose will win, but not clean. And I think Sonya's going to help her out, and Corey Graves is going to go crazy. There you go. There's my prediction for that.
The WWE Championship match was going to be Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston. Now Kofi Kingston's not anywhere near the card. Neither is anyone of the New Day. It's Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens. I see Daniel Bryan taking. I don't want to say this, but I see Daniel Bryan versus Kofi at WrestleMania. Again, that's probably going to be like the kickoff match of the show, but either way, Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston at WrestleMania.
Yeah, as much as I'm liking Kevin Owens, I like Kevin Owens being back in the fold. It's too soon for Daniel to lose the championship. I think Daniel's going to retain, and honestly, I think he loses at WrestleMania, and obviously to be determined, but I'd like to see Kofi Kingston get his WrestleMania moment.
I'm not against Kofi Kingston getting a WrestleMania moment. I think that's way too much of a moment. I think just him being on WrestleMania card is good enough.
No, I want WWE to just go hard on it. You screwed Kofi. I want Kofi to get his moment. I really do.
I don't think they screwed him. I think that's kind of the opposite. I think that's why they pulled it back because they saw the fan reaction he was getting, and they thought, let's save this for WrestleMania.
No, I think they screwed him though because he deserved this match. I get it though. I know WWE, the powers that be, they like the fan reaction. Everybody's on Kofi's train right now.
Well, they screwed him. Yeah, they kayfabe screwed him, but they realistically saw.
Money wise, they're going to sell more tickets at WrestleMania with Kofi.
Yeah, well, they think they're kind of promoting Kofi by screwing him because all of a sudden they gave him a match at Fastlane, and then they realized that how many people were on board with him, so they probably pulled him back and said, "Hey, listen, we're promoting you by taking you out of Fastlane and putting you into WrestleMania." Clearly, that's what you'd rather have. That
I'm okay with it, and I would like to see Kofi win. We'll get to that. Obviously, that's
and what probably will be the main event of the pay-per-view. The Shield reunites against Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, and Bobby Lashley. A clean, obviously, the Shield. You're not going to have the Shield lose. No. How hard... I was pretty crazy to see Dean Ambrose do that heel turn the night that Roman Reigns said he had leukemia. I don't see that happening again here, in the sense of the Shield losing.
No, not yet. I see the Shield... I don't know. For some reason, I know we were talking before the show. I think they'll make it through this, and then I think something's going to happen between now and WrestleMania, and I see Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania.
The results for Fastlane look pretty predictable. Overall, I just hope it's a good show. No Jeff Hardy, no Randy Orton, no AJ Styles. A lot of big names not on this card.
New Day's not there.
New Day's not there.
It's a lot of missing pieces.
A lot of missing pieces. Just hope the people that are there put on a good show. That's all I care about because, again, it looks like the matches are pretty predictable. As we're on the road to WrestleMania,
yes.
we're already in March, and WrestleMania is the first week of April, so it's less than a month away. Nothing crazy is going to happen. And that's going to do it for this week's edition of the show. If you've been watching us on YouTube, that's our Fastlane predictions. Make sure to find our main proper segment of this show where we talk about all things in WWE. Elsewhere on YouTube, there's probably a link on this video you can click on. If you've been listening to us on one of our podcast formats, we will see you next week. This has been the Heel to Face podcast. That's Brandon the Icebreaker Clements. You can find him on Twitter at Icebreaker21. Myself at KRock Jared. Find us at Heel to the Face on Twitter. See you after Fastlane.